Hello? Okay. Oh my god, finally! Okay. Hi guys! Okay, where can I watch this? Let's see. Okay, cool. I see the chat. Okay, guys, you have to forgive me because I just figured out how to do this in like one breath and didn't even know that I had to do extra steps. Can everybody hear me? Hi. Hey, Trish. Hey, Eric. Can you guys hear what I'm saying? Because I actually don't know if the audio is working. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. Wow, that's even more people than I expected. I I just figured out how to do this. I've been producing videos for so long, and yet I still had to figure out how to do live video, I guess. So, I wish I could see this in another window. Is this where I'm supposed to look at everything? Okay. Hi, guys. All right. So, the entire I didn't even set this up to have like a nice title and everything. Oh my god. Whatever. We'll fix it. I hope that I can edit it later. Yes. So let me just is this actually on my website? Bear with me, guys, because I just need to this entire first live session is literally me figuring out how this works and how to even tell everybody that this is going on right now, because I actually don't know. Home, let's see. Will that say it's playing live? So just bear with me. Okay. Okay, there is... Okay, cool. Cool. Now I'm, like, looking at the actual room here, I think. You guys are such troopers, and I really appreciate you being here. So, as I'm doing this and trying to figure out how this all works, yeah, today, as the ruse to kind of just create something for the live show, which I suspect that I'll be talking to you guys more so even, like, in the chat, like, reading the chat and seeing what you guys want to talk about. We can play some... Hey, cool. Okay. Entertain us. Man, Filmberg, I really should have asked your advice, because I just, like, in 5 seconds figured out how to do this. Ugh! I wanted it to be so simple, and yet it was so difficult. Why? Why did it have to be difficult for me? So, yeah. So, basically, what I mean by chopping up my favorite wig is that this wig I wore, I'm like wearing it in my Instagram. How many here are like here from my Instagram? Because I have this wig in my, I'm like, I have a mirror and everything right behind my computer. Yeah, and so I wanted, this wig doesn't look exactly realistic, even though I really, really love it. So I thought we would cut it a little bit more perfectly. I wish I could jam out to some music, but I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube later, and I don't want any copyright strikes. So, but I really appreciate you guys here. It is going to be a good, nice time once I actually kind of settle in, stop doing all of the posting and stuff here, because I want to make sure that everybody knows that this is actually happening right now, like as many people as possible, so we can get the conversation going. It's funny, you know, my computer never, I guess it's because it's maybe running the software, but my computer never lags this much as it is right now. So I just wanted to post this on, let's just do youtube.com/this is just Paul, so we can get a couple more people to the party. Cool. Okay, I think that's all I'll do. But it is so nice to see you guys here. Val asks, how was your Oscars night? Snarky or genuine opinions? So, I went to an Oscar parties last night. I don't know if you guys saw. I'll show you some of my pictures that I haven't posted yet. I posted one in like black and white. Let's see. What's my favorite one? Ugh. All these selfies. Okay. So last night let's see if you can see it. Last night I wore my feather jacket. It was super cool. And this is something about me that you guys might or might not know. No, you won't know. I find it really hard to find the time to watch movies. So I saw all of one Oscar-nominated movie, and that was literally the day before the Oscars. I watched it this Saturday, and it was Bohemian Rhapsody. So, and I really enjoyed it. I thought Rami was great. He was so likable as... Has anyone seen any of the Oscar movies? Go ahead and tell me in the chat. Tell me which ones you've seen. While I start to what I'm going to do with this hair is I'm going to put a couple of layers in it. I've worn it Val, actually, yeah, like Rami, it's so funny because you're the only reason I knew who Rami was before before the Oscars or Bohemian Rhapsody. So I was actually meaning to I was meaning to tell you that, but we haven't gotten in touch in a little bit because we've both been so busy. I'm so glad you're here, everybody. Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Panther. Cool. Yeah, I don't watch superhero movies either, so I haven't even seen Black Panther. Oh, it's cold in here. I don't know where you guys live, but I live East Coast, Pittsburgh, and it's all the suspense of me picking up my fingers and picking up my scissors and not cutting my hair. Let's take the first swipe. Probably gonna layer it like I would my normal hair. Ooh, first cut. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to cut bangs into this too, but, oh yeah, the Spider-Verse. Is that what it's just called, Spider-Verse? I saw like seconds of the animation. My friends were so excited for that movie winning animation. Looking better already, I think. It's just when you have these straight down wigs, it's like they don't look like normal hair because nobody has hair like this. So I'm gonna attempt some bangs here, even though like I can't. So this is actually a lace front, guys. Anybody interested in wigs? This is a lace front wig, so that the hairline looks sort of natural. It's not a very expensive one, but it is lace front. So if you're buying any wigs at all, try to get a lace front, because you see how flush it is with my head. So it's at least on its way there to being a slightly good wig. Coloring each other's hair this week. Ooh, that's funny. That's fun. Coloring each other's hair. I love coloring my hair. I mean, I don't do it. I do very, very temporary color these days because it's just gonna ruin my hair. Or at least I can't change it back. Lace front. Lace front means that, like, when you get it, there's like a net on the front of it, and you have individual hairs coming out, and you cut the lace off a little bit to be flush with your skin. You kind of cut it in the way that you want to. And like you see on my scalp, it looks like really close. It's not like coming off like a foot or like a couple inches off your head to make a really unrealistic like hairline. You want a more realistic hairline. For a long time, I was trying, like, I have it at this point around 40 to 50 wigs still that I kept that didn't, you know, completely. Hi, the Obsidian Relic, saying hi to people that are just coming in. Wow, this is a lot of good conversation. Thank you guys so much for talking and letting me read what you're saying, because that's what the show is all about. I was going to go till 9, but I'm not sure if that's gonna. I guess I'll see what the conversation is like. I started a little late because I didn't know how to set up my my live stream. I feel like such an idiot. Like, I was sitting here for a long time, like, got my makeup on, I'm ready to go, and I'm like, wait, I don't know how to start this. And then I start looking at the directions, and I had to, like, you know, download an entire software, which I know from Filmberg, you know, I was there, and I know about the software, and I even watched some videos on, like, how to do some more advanced stuff that I wasn't going to do in this video, but I was just wanting to see what my options were. And so I had to go back to one of the videos I watched really quickly to figure out how this whole thing worked. Oh man, this is looking cute. You guys are like, it doesn't look any different. One time I did try to cut one of my wigs while it was on my head, and I ended up cutting my bangs. Like a tiny bit, like a little strand. Leave it up to Jessica to ruin her own hair while wearing a wig. How do you even do that? Alright, so if you guys didn't see any Oscar movies, any good movies recently at all, like I said, I don't take the time to watch movies. I'm always creating instead of just, you know, oh my god, there's pink hair everywhere. What should I do? What can I do with extra pink hair? This actually isn't the first pink wig I've ever owned. The one that I wore during Rec Radio was different, and I had to cut it up because it got really ratty. This is a very nice material. Like, it actually feels like it might last a little while if I take care of it. Which I don't know what take care of it really means. I guess just not like roll around in the mud in it. I don't know. Do you love my background? My messy childhood bedroom? This is like the angle that my desk looks out of, but when every time I turn on my webcam for Skype or something, I'm like, ugh, don't look behind me. But no, it actually just looks like a great movie set for a teenage girl. I'm not a teenager, but you know. Make it into a ring or something. What? Make what into a ring? Pimp Play a Paul says, nobody, I don't watch TV, I'm always creating as well. Yeah. Actually, before Bohemian Rhapsody, do you know what the last movie I watched was recently? It was, Happy Death Day. Okay, I've been seeing the commercials for Happy Death Day to You, and let me tell you, that girl looks so cute and so engaging, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks like a really fun movie. It looks so corny and weird, but like, I just wanted to see it, so I watched the first one. I'm probably not going to be able to get to like the next one anytime soon, but like, I'll see it eventually. Hey, maybe I'll meet that actress out in LA when I go. You guys will be here for that. By then, I hope to figure out how to. What is with this piece? It's like it keeps going straight. But I have some ideas for future. Like this stream right now is super cash. I want to talk to you guys and just kind of do something really stupid and just casual, like we're all just hanging around, you know, cutting each other's wigs. But I have some better ideas for live, especially if I can figure out to make it really really engaging and exciting and make the technology a little bit better. Because right now I'm literally just streaming from my webcam. Bad Trish Crazy says, I just watched the first one a few weeks ago for the first time too. Also watched Russian Doll. Ooh, yeah, that's on Netflix. You know, I pay for Netflix and I don't watch it. What's wrong with me? I don't watch any TVs or movie. Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot. Let me make sure this still works. These links. See all who's out there. Okay, let's, I said assumptions. There were, assumptions that we could do. I only got a couple when I posted it on Instagram. If you guys were interested, only if you're interested in following me on my social medias. It's at This Is Just Paul on pretty much everything. But okay, let's do some, yeah, the animated Spider-Man. Yeah, it looked super cool. Okay. Watching a girl play on her phone. Well, I went downstairs with this wig on, and my mom actually thought I dyed my hair this color, which doesn't look anything like my real hair. Okay, assumptions. My friend Ben said, I assume that you never had an old-fashioned. That assumption is correct. An old-fashioned what? An old-fashioned, which is whiskey and on the rocks and I forget what else he said. Cherry juice? No, I don't drink whiskey. I don't drink a lot at all, which, raise your hand in the chat section. How many people have watched the Hangover Makeup Declutter? What did I call that? Makeup Declutter Hangover Edition. Who has watched that of mine? Raise your hand in the comments. Or the chat. I want to see if I can name this something else while I'm on here. Again, I'm like feeling it through. It's like, how do you exactly know how a live stream works if you've never done it? I guess I could have done research. That, I guess. It's like I feel a little late to the YouTube game that I want to do all of the tags. I want to do all the fun tags and games that all the YouTubers do. All right, let's see. Not I raises my hand. I just subbed a few days ago. I did. Yeah. So, if you guys ever want to go, like, if you would ask me what is the most underrated video so far of my series, it's definitely that one, because it was really not as planned as it could have been. I meant to do it. I meant to actually, you know, do like a live stream in general, or not a live stream. I do that video where I was cleaning out my makeup bag, but on the day that I did it, I was hungover, and to be honest, that's honestly like, I get drunk maybe like 3 or 4 times a year, and my friends are probably like, Jess, you're lying. No, they probably only see me drunk the times that I've been drunk, like I've been with them. And so I decided that day, like I was going to do it that day, and I'm like, geez, I did not plan on having a massive headache. Do you guys want to play a game? If you can guess what alcohol, I only drink one kind of hard alcohol. What do you guys think it is? Add it to the chat. Let's see. Ooh, Jaeger. Ooh. I have a story about Jaeger if you want to hear it. Let's see. Crown Apple. Oh, you know, my friends were drinking that just at the party the other day. I wasn't drinking. Seen you at the Pittsburgh Comic-Con at the mall. Oh, hi. Yes, I was, Pittsburgh Comic-Con and in the mall. I assume you mean Century 3. I've been there. I was there a couple years ago. Vodka, tequila, gin. Okay, Val. Val knows me. She does. I knew that was kind of a cheat, Val, because I knew you'd know that. Yes, it's gin is the only thing that I drink. A story about Jaeger. So, how many of you, hands in the comments, have watched the recent story time, My Worst Date Ever? How many people in the comments? Wow, this wig is looking better already. It's okay, Val. No one else is guessing it. Val's my BFF, if you guys didn't know. Everybody, meet Val. Val, the first thing I think I ever drank was a gin drink. It was a Tom Collins, and I'd never liked another drink since. And I've tried pretty much all the alcohols, and even though I don't drink that often, if I do drink, it's a gin and tonic or a Tom Collins. This wig has so much body now. That's so nice. Has more of a modern cut to it. Because who has just straight down hair that's pink? Everybody at least damages their hair a little bit if they bleach and dye their hair pink. I want this to look as realistic as possible. I know in the monitor it looks kind of light orange, but that's deception. It's pink. It's the pink one that I wore it in front of my donut tower in the trailer of the series, as well as in my Instagram picture. Oh, bleach hair and dyed it pink for breast cancer. Oh, that is a nice gesture. Oh, I chopped that up a little bit too much, so very choppy. Now, of course, I have to make sure that each side is pretty even, or at least it's not going to be. It's not going to be. Ugh. I just envisioned this stream to be exactly like this. Like, how much am I going to ruin this wig? See, I wish I could put bangs on this, but this part is not, it's not going to move. I would have to, like, heat it, and I don't even know if I can. But the cut's looking a lot better. It's looking a lot more modern, in my opinion. Cool. Alright, I think that's the end of the haircutting portion. I can probably just talk to you guys, because I'm happy enough with this. I wore the hat today. It was in my Instagram picture. I wore it to work. I love this hat. And so I was wearing this hat with this because, like, in my Instagram profile picture that I've literally had for at least a year, if not, yeah, I think a year, because it was my birthday when I wore this wig. So yeah, I like this hat with it. This is one of my favorite hats. You'll see this hat if you watch my upcoming movie, Galatea. It is not done yet at all, but I wore this hat in the entire movie, throughout the entire movie. Thank you. Thank you. Great job on the cut. Thank you. Looks cute. I know a wig maker if you need help with something super advanced. Ooh, interesting. I love playing with wigs. It's been a hobby of mine to get one that looks like realistic, to fix one, and man, when I started this this hashtag of mine on Twitter at one point, again at This Is Just Paul, and it was shit I'd buy if I was rich, and just ridiculous things. I'd totally have a nice wig collection, like an expensive wig collection, so that I wouldn't have to just butcher my hair all the time. I'd actually love it if I could just, like, not dye my hair anymore, but I don't really know what they're going to want from me in LA, and I just printed a bunch of blonde headshots, so I can't really go back now, but my hair's blonde at the moment. With dark roots. I'm digging the dark roots. I love the dark roots. I'm covered in hair. You guys have no idea. Pink hair. Oh, it's going to be such a nightmare to clean up. It's all on my floor. I should have thought ahead. Alright, let's do more assumptions. That was a good one because we talked about, I guess, alcohol. Assumption. You love donuts. I do love donuts, but I don't eat them a lot because they're not really good for you. So yeah. Let's see. What else can we talk about, guys? So, how many people, I think a lot of people are here from the Wrecked Radio crowd, if I'm not mistaken. Is there anybody here that goes as far back as Wrecked Radio, except for Val? Val was with me all through those days. Oh man, I miss Philip DeFranco. I didn't watch him yet. I'm obsessed with the French couleurs now, thanks to you. Oh, really? My favorite. Yes, that is my favorite donut. The French couleurs. I tried to make that on one of my donut crowns. It turned out pretty good. This is called my bakery donut crown. Oh yes, Rec Radio was great. Okay. Oh, Amada. Okay, I have a couple people here. Hi guys. So yeah, what was I talking about with the Rec Radio? Oh, I don't know what I was about to say about Rec Radio. I used to wear these wigs back. I mean, some wigs back during Rec Radio. What the heck was I talking about? I don't remember. Okay, yeah, oh, that's what I was gonna ask. I was just gonna say, so, since we all used to be on Rec Radio together, thank you. So what's your current favorite band right now? Like, what's your music obsession at the moment? Everybody chime in on the chat. If I'll clue you guys in. Oh, I gotta go get my wheel. You guys can know before everybody else, but when I land on Rec Radio next, I wanted to mix it up. I didn't want to do like another episode again, so I think that at least for one of the episodes of the week, I've been like doing 2 episodes a week, which wasn't actually the plan. I originally just wanted to do 1 episode a week every like wheel, spin wheel. Pale Royale. I bet I'm pronouncing that wrong. I've never heard of that. Rammstein. Yes, I know Rammstein. Bye, Pimp Play a Pal. Grandson is pretty good. I've never heard of those bands. I'm actually going to have to look them up. Actually, I'm going to write these down because I find my music in a certain way, but I feel like I'm not getting recommended all the music that they possibly could like. Yeah, I know Rammstein is a German metal band. That's actually the only one I recognize here. But I would love to learn some new bands. What is Grandson like? What is the genre of that band? Grandson. And Payali Royale. I'm probably butchering that. But I never mind learning about new bands to get into. Right now, and you guys can answer this as well, I wanted to ask, what is the number one way that you're recommended new music, you find new music? For me, it is the Spotify, what is that called? Picked for You? Discover Weekly. The Discover Weekly on Spotify. Cellophane is a new one that I am listening to. A bit gothy. Ooh, gothy. And the thing is, I thought that the that recommended Discover Weekly was very, very particular. Thanks, Trish. They're pretty awesome. I found them because the singer played the singing voice of the main character in the movie American Satan by Andy Black from Black Veil Brides. Andy Black? Is that what he calls himself nowadays? Wasn't it Andy Biersick? Did he change it? Did no one know how to pronounce his name? Am I thinking the right person? Anyways, so yeah, nowadays I listen to a lot more, or at least it's recommended to me, a lot more like indie stuff that is a little bit softer but weirder, like, so it's weird. It has different sounds to it, kind of modern sounds. Internet died, R.I.P. Well, I can still see you. Um, Amato says he's a rap rock. Okay, grandson, got it. But yeah, I thought that the Discover Weekly was being picked very particularly for me, and then I found out that, well, I was in my office, which I work at a major clothing company website, and I went in the bathroom. We play music throughout the entire the sound system in the entire place. And I'm like, this is playing my playlist. Are we all listening to the same stuff? Are we all listening to the same new indie radio? I'm confused. But anyways, yeah, my day job, I'm a graphic designer and photo retoucher. I was just there today, and I come home and I film videos, which I love doing. Man, when I did Rec Radio, you know, I think I was saying this to people in my life, not online. When I first did Rec Radio, I was so excited starting out. Like, when I had just started doing the show and, like, getting, like, a new subscriber every day, I would just get so excited. And nowadays, it feels the same. It feels incredibly rejuvenated. Like, I'm feeling that all over again with This Is Just Paul show. Yeah, I think I covered Rammstein, you know, back during Rec Radio days. At least they were in my radar for sure. I definitely knew who they were. But see, when it came to Rec Radio, I had a lot of... I tried to cover a good amount of genres under rock. So some would be indie rock, some would be metal, you know, stuff that could fit in that, under that genre and the different subgenres. So when it came to the stuff I liked, that was definitely on the show, but it, you know, I didn't listen to or like every single band. I just tried to include all the bands that were really popular amongst the fans that were listening and watching the show. Does anybody have any bands that they used to be obsessed with but now don't listen to at all anymore? I've noticed that about quite a few bands for me. Like I was like thinking about today because for if it oh yeah, that's what I was saying. If this I'm jumping back. It's like I get on tangents and I'm not even, there's not anyone else in the room. So if I do land on Rec Radio, the next thing I want to do is probably my top 5 favorite bands of all time. That's something that I said I would do in one of the last videos. And I think it would be fun to kind of relive what, you know, like these past few years and really reevaluate what music I still love and listen to. But there are definitely bands that I remember, like, I would listen to non-stop, and I literally I don't even have them on my playlist anymore. Like, the one that comes to mind, there was a poster in the background of my Worst Date Ever story time, and it was MGMT. Man, I used to listen to that band, like, non-stop, and I just don't anymore. Nice headband, now I'm hungry. Yeah, that's what these are for sure. I'll do a little turn, kind of like a 360, so you can see all the donuts on it. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I make donut crowns. It's my other passion. I have a lot, and a lot of income. 3 Days Grace, I don't listen to them anymore. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, who else don't I listen to anymore? Actually, I've just recently been getting back into bands that I used to listen to and kind of forgot about. Like, I had asked you, how do you get your music recommendations these days? Well, one way that I used to get my music recommendations, like I'm talking 17 years old, I mean, the usual way is what? Listening to the radio, talking to your friends, going to shows in town. The way that I used to discover music, like music that was like 15 years older than me, like way past my generation, I would go to garage sales and giant flea markets, local flea markets, and I would buy up people's rock CDs. Did anyone else ever do that? I would, and that's how I discovered a lot of the classic bands that a lot of people love, but I just never thought to get into them, like uh, Nirvana, REM, Live. That's what I've been listening to recently, Live. Does anyone like Live? I have like so many of their albums, and I used to listen to them constantly. And so I like all of yesterday or 2 days ago, I've just been listening to Live. um, but yeah, what other albums do I have up there? The one band that I still listen to nonstop is Third Eye Blind. Like, I swear to God, they never get old. And they made so much music after their prime, like after, Semi Charmed Life, How's It Going to Be, Jumper. And it just, when you find a band that you just are in love with their sound, it's just so easy to hold on to them forever, especially after they continue to make music. I'm turning my heater back on again. I wore a cute tank top to the show, and now I'm cold! We'll chit-chat for maybe another 15. And then we'll call this first live show, a success. At least I have the streaming all set up now. Like, I kind of know how to do that. That's kind of cool. I wonder how you use the microphone. I really need to talk to Filmberg and figure this out. But, what I wanted to do, if there was any kind of, like, clips that were interesting, though I don't know if there were any from this episode, I could chop them up and put them as individual episodes, or, like little videos on the channel itself. So, people in the chat, what has been your favorite genre on the wheel to explore so far? Because honestly, like, and I asked that in the last episode, but I'm so curious to know, because that the wheel is a giant experiment. Like, it could change. We could do it forever. We could stop eventually with the wheel, but I'm just very interested to know. But yeah, it's been super fun. I have this whole document of videos that I've always wanted to make, so I'm kind of working my way through them. Surprisingly, we didn't land on acting and filmmaking yet, which is like the one I feel like I can talk about so much, and it's really the most central part of my life right now. And I also could talk a lot about art and Etsy. One thing that I want this category to be, is if there's any kinds of artists out there, meaning tactile artists, like either visual artists or sculptors or whatever. One thing that I've spent a lot of time trying to do is to figure out how to make art monetizable. Like, we live in a world now where, honestly, you can do anything. People lament about the old days about when people had actual patrons. But it kind of exists today. Like, you can reach an audience that doesn't live anywhere near you. You can reach people that love your art that have never heard of you. And they can, in some way, either buy your art or patron you. And I gotta say, like, I love living in this world where literally you guys are probably coming from all across where? Like, the country. And I get to talk to you. Bad Flower. I've heard of that name. So I'll add that to my list. We didn't land on vlog either. And then all the other ones are kind of just like the mashup and the audience choice. They're not like the main categories. Like, they're kind of secondary that you can like pick from the rest of the wheel. Donut crown belt, lol. Yeah, I love donuts. I love donuts in this beach. Each artwork is a scene from my imagination. The thing is, I always joke. I keep saying that I went to art school and then I came home and I told my parents, "Hey guys, I want to be an actor now." Which sounds so ridiculous. But one thing that I've been really proud of myself to figure out how to do is to monetize my actual art. There are ways. And there are ways to be creative. There are ways to experiment, to figure out what works best. I mean, the show is a huge experiment, trying to see what everybody loves most about what I have to offer. Man, that's so cute. My French cruller. I bought a book of creepy creature art from you last year in Butler. Oh, Butler. Hello. It's nice to see you again. I know what you're talking about. My coloring book? I'm sold out of my coloring book, actually. I haven't made any more, and I've sold out of them, so you have one of the last ones. I dislike people too much to be an actor. Wouldn't be able to stand it. I do have to work with a lot of different types of people when it does come to acting and filmmaking. One thing about me that you guys will probably learn is that I'm not only an actor. You know, I do this web show. I usually have a much larger hand in the movies that I make. Sometimes I'm just an actor, like I'm just hired as an actor, but I also do a lot of the production and the pre-production and the post-production and the marketing for the movies that I'm on, because I can and I love doing that, so why not help out a little bit more? Yeah, but I enjoy it. I mean, that's why I'm going to LA. I think you guys have been hearing me say that at least a little bit. A little bit of the time. Well, I'm so glad I took this opportunity to trim this wig up. I wish it looked like its actual color on the screen, so you guys can see how cute it is. Yeah. So shout out if you want to, where in the country you guys live. You can just say a state. Or if you live all across the world, I actually want to know. Like what either U.S. state or country you are hailing from right now. I'm in Pittsburgh, going to be on the West Coast very soon. And I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty scared. I'm leaving in about a month. And this has been like the scariest transition I've ever made in my entire life. It hasn't even happened yet. Ooh, shouting out from California. There you go. NJ, Texas. Very cool. Oh, we're all around. Neat. For the future of the show, I'm just going to keep going along with it. I'm going to hopefully introduce new technologies. I learn more about my camera. When I do get to LA, I have to warn you. I'm like literally moving with next to nothing. Like a little bit more than a suitcase. I'm going to try to bring as much like necessities as possible, but I can't even have really fun stuff. So that means that my backgrounds are going to be really boring for a while. But hopefully it's going to be, focused on the content. And I'll just make really good content, but with really boring backgrounds for a little bit. But yeah. The thing is, I have been meaning to move to LA for, like, my entire adult life. It's not like it's coming out of nowhere. Because I've been talking to a lot of people that I run into, like, that I only run into every once in a while. And I'm like, yeah, I'm moving to LA soon. And they're like, oh, yeah, you told me that, like, last year. It's like, yeah. I've been trying for a long time now. And so it's finally coming to that. And I've got a lot of plans. And the thing is, as a YouTuber, I'm not moving there. Hello, Robert. Hello. I only am moving there because I want to be an actor. If I was just going to be a YouTuber, I wouldn't move. Like, I'd probably be in my childhood bedroom for a lot longer, which isn't necessarily better. But yeah. Will you still wear black and gold once you move to LA? Never wore black and gold in the first place. Does anybody watch The Gabby Show? She's from Pittsburgh as well, and she's a big YouTuber, and she constantly is wearing, like sports attire, even though she knows nothing about sports. Neither do I. But the thing is, besides the sports, which I can't claim to know anything about, if you guys watched my last story, you'd really know that. I am really, really proud to be from Pittsburgh, be from my city, because honestly, and I just said this to somebody today, if I could do everything I wanted to do while still living in Pittsburgh, I probably would. A lot of people tell me that I'm going to love LA a lot more than I even expect, which I hope that's true. But, I mean, this is my home, and this is where I did find a lot of my success. Being in Pittsburgh and just having done all that I've done, Immaculate Reception, Sundance, I won like 3 different awards, 4 awards in the last 2 years for my roles, produced 2 feature films. I got to do a lot, and I think that you can do that anywhere, that scale of thing. But now it's just finally time to step up. Basically, what I want out of the LA move is just to be hired for more. Like, I can produce my films wherever I am, but I need to kind of level up if I want to ever, like, get funding for something bigger. Honestly, right, okay, so one thing I can ask you guys in the chat, write your answer. If you did come into money, like $5 million, I'm moving to LA in a month, in like end of March. If you guys go out like $5 million one day from like an inheritance or you won it, what is the first or biggest thing that you do with that money? For me, like, hands down, I'd make a movie. I'd make a full-scale, small-budget movie, because even, like, $1 million or $5 to $5 million is considered a small-budget movie. An indie-budget movie, which is so funny to me. But my crew has made movies on so much less. Hookers and blackjack. Yeah. I would make a movie or 2. I'm sure that would only pay for 1 movie, but that's the ultimate goal. Like, if you guys saw me produce one of my scripts, one of my feature scripts, that would be the happiest I'd ever be. It's weird too, because, we want to say that we're not happy just because of money. But money means that I get to make the things that I want to make. So, like, if I say very, like, superficially, if I made it big on YouTube, I don't know how much YouTubers really make, or what that kind of figure looks like, especially like after taxes. But if I did kind of make it viral, make it big as a YouTuber, I would literally probably take a huge chunk of my income and just make a movie. And then when I do make a movie, for that segment in which I'm producing the movie, I would probably like film behind the scenes, and that would be the show for a little while because I couldn't really do anything else. If I got 5 mil, the Obsidian Relic says, I'd move somewhere quiet and never leave. That's another option. That's definitely different than mine, but I definitely see where you're coming from with that. Do you think coffee in LA will be better than in Pittsburgh? The thing is, I'm a little bit, like, I love coffee, as you guys saw. Coffee, all the time. But the thing about me is that as much as I drink coffee every single day, all day, and, like, it's, like, honestly one of the only liquids I drink, the only beverages I drink, I'm not a huge coffee snob. I like really basic coffee. Like, my favorite chain is Dunkin' Donuts. I hate Starbucks. It tastes burnt. It tastes charred to me. I don't like really dark, bold coffees because they are just so acidic and hard to drink. I like a little bit of cream in my coffee and with a smooth breakfast blend, and that is how I take my coffee. So if I can find a place like that, I'd be in heaven. Honestly, like, I've been so nervous and scared about LA for so long, and my mom is being so sweet, and she's really trying to, even though she wants me back home, like, she's trying to make me feel better about the whole move, and she keeps saying, when you get there, you'll find your coffee shop or you'll find your diner where you can go to every day and have breakfast or write your scripts. And that imagery, that thought makes me so happy that maybe I could find something in LA that makes it feel like home. At least, like, for a little while, like a secondary home. But yeah, I hope. That's what I'm hoping for. Goodbye, Obsidian Relic. Dunkin' Donuts, blasphemy. Yeah, a lot of people say that, but, I've had my way around the coffee pot a time or two, and I just gotta say, I like just the basic, simple brew, smooth blend coffee. Cool. I'd hire an illustrator, I can't draw, and I'd write my own ongoing comic book series. The second movie I've ever written, I've written 3. I'm on my 3rd one. I haven't finished it yet. Features, I mean. I've written a lot of shorts, too. But my second movie I ever wrote, I wanted to turn into a comic book. Actually, I'll show it to you guys because you're live streaming. I can't... Oh, sorry. I can show it to you. So, this was my senior project. This actually exists on the internet. I think something's wrong with the page, though. I haven't figured it out because nobody ever goes there, so I didn't really try. It's even coffee damaged, I think, or water damaged. I don't know how that happened. But my movie's called Body, and I actually drew a comic book for. Actually, I hate these. I hate the first 5 of 6 pages. Yeah, so I drew 1 issue of a comic book, and colored it, obviously, too. But these pages I like a lot more. I don't know what I was doing with the first ones, but I love drawing faces. Like, that's my favorite thing to draw. Kind of fitting with you having donuts in your head. Oh yeah, it is fitting, right? Okay, so yeah, so I did this comic and I wrote this story about this girl called Body. Her name's Body. And she can see ghosts, and she is found out that, you know, she can do that in so many words. And she's asked to do kind of this ritual that will help ghosts cross over to the other side. And she has to, like, die every single time she does this ritual to help ghosts cross over to the other side. I love this story. I feel like out of the 3 movies I've written, like, it's my best one. I think it will reach a mass audience. I was inspired by things like Harry Potter and the Catholic Church, which I grew up with, which, oh, you know. And, yeah, so this was my senior project, was making this comic book. I like the last pages the most. Yeah, these are my favorite. All the colors are great, and I like the setup a lot. There's so much I would change about the illustration style if I went at this again. This was 2012 that I did this. God, time is going by so quickly. But yeah, if I were to draw today, I would hope that it would be better. I don't know. But I would actually hire somebody too, because it takes such a long time. So this took me at least a whole semester, right? Or a whole year. At least a whole semester. I'm pretty sure it was a semester to draw all that. There are, how many pages are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is a 12-page comic book issue, and it took me a semester. I'm hoping that, again, I would get faster with that kind of thing, and better. I read a lot of comics. So do you guys read comics in the chat over there? What's your favorite comic? I don't read any superhero comics. I'll show you my favorite comics. So here's Blank Monsters. This is what we were talking about in the chat. This one is my, what do you call it? My sample, so it doesn't get sold. It's actually flawed, so I can't really sell it. Then this is one of my favorite pieces of this is one of my favorite illustrators. I think Ted McKeever writes, and Image Comics is like one of my favorite comic book brands. But I love his bold lines, and so you can see it's like kind of what I was going for, but didn't quite get there. I wish I could be this good. I only have one issue of this. I never like these panels. This is so, like, illustrating for comic books is the hardest thing I've ever done in the art field. It takes so long because every single panel you have to find, at least I do, you have to find a reference for. Like, and you have to, say if you have one character, and you have multiple characters, but you want one character, so one of the easiest ways to make a character is to find an actor that you want to model the face off of. At least this is what I did. So you get an actor that's really well known, and you find a bunch of different angles of their face. And then that way, whenever they have an expression, whenever they're looking in a certain direction, you have all those references to create the character with. This is another one of my favorites. It's also by Image. It's called Witches. Such a good book. And the illustration is so gorgeous. And the color though. That one is definitely one to read. I had the individual issues, and then I got, like, the entire graphic novel once it was all together. Just started Umbrella Academy because of the Netflix show, Gerard Way's Umbrella Academy. I just lent that to my friend. Can't find the first one, but I had the second one close by, and I lent it to him. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna wrap up the live, guys, because I'm going to get along with my night, and there's no reason to hold you here, and chat your ear off for another couple hours. Oh, we need to do the wheel. Before you go, don't go yet. We're gonna spin the wheel, and this is how we're gonna know what we're doing next week. And everybody that wasn't here, they won't know. They're just gonna be surprised. All right, guys. Spinning the wheel. I'm really hot now. Ugh, that's how it goes every single time. You ready? Give me a drum roll in the chat, please. Well, that was... Oh, yay! It was a short spin. I think I tightened the nut too much back here. But you know what? We're gonna keep it because it landed on acting and filmmaking, and by God, I've been wanting to do that category. Thank you, Val. So we're going to do acting and filmmaking. Oh my God, which one am I going to do first? So, in case you guys wanted to know, because I'm sure you asked, the filmmaking category, I used to write, I still write, advice articles for actors and filmmakers. They're on my website, jesspaul.net. If you actually go over there, you could probably jump ahead and see every single video that I've made, but I've written all these advice articles, and they're really good in my opinion, but not enough people have read them. So, I'm going to make videos out of them. I think I'm going to start with my most popular article. This article, this subject matter under filmmaking, has been the most helpful, I feel, to people that I've talked to that actually read my articles. I've heard from a couple people like how after they read this article, it inspired them to move forward with their career. So, I'm going to make it into a YouTube video. So you guys that are interested in the or are not interested in the filmmaking aspect, feel free to watch it, feel free to skip it. I won't hold your feet to the fire. You can do whatever you want. You're a free person. But when it comes to, you know, the filmmaking, I'm going to do both stuff for filmmakers, stuff for actors, people that want to be actors, as well as stuff about movies, because I make movies, I want to be in movies, so hopefully when we get to actual movie making stuff, I can show you a lot of behind the scenes stuff. That's much farther on, but I hope that I can do it one day, and I hope that you guys enjoy. Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for being here, everybody that was on the chat in and out, and just watching and talking and everything. I'm really happy that you were here. This was a choppy, but otherwise successful, live. Did a live, finished a live, and hopefully I will be much more prepared, articulate, specific in the next one. And the next one that we do, I hope that we're going to have much more of a structure in like things that I want to talk about, very specific topic, a kind of a presentation or something, but as well as being interactive. But this one was fun. This was fun to be cash with you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody. I'm reading your chat over there. Have a great rest of your Monday night, and I will figure out how to turn this off. Oh my God, I don't even know how. How did I get there? Shit, I closed the thing already. Okay. Wait, where was I? Oh my God. You guys, what? I have to find the button to turn this off. I guess I could just can I just close the internet? Close the computer? No, because I want to make sure that it saves itself. Man, I don't know where this went. Oh, wait. Stop streaming.